All right, what's going on? This is devlog number 8. Just to recap, I'm attempting to make like a 3D multiplayer browser game. Not really sure what the game's going to be, but the goal is 3D and multiplayer. And recently I've been working on like a store functionality, and I was able to integrate Stripe payment. So for those of you who don't know, that's like a third-party payment processing service that you can use, so you don't have to worry about like dealing with credit cards and payment methods and stuff like that. They kind of externalize that, and then your application can just talk to Stripe and essentially integrate with them to get payment working pretty seamlessly. So yeah, I've been working on this store page for a while. Um, and basically the idea here is you could have like a storefront where there's like a list of products displaying. In this case, I'm using like League of Legends skins as like a testing kind of mechanism, as I enjoy playing League of Legends. So yeah, you'd have this page, you'd have these like filter controls here on the side. So if you wanted to like search, it would be able to, search on whatever you're looking for, and it would like, adjust this list as necessary. This is collapsible. You have a shopping cart over here to the right. So if you wanted to go ahead and add like products into your cart, you could go ahead and do so, and they would show up in your cart over here. So I'll just add all of these. And as you can see, there is the like a little summary of what you're adding to the cart. There's quantity adjustments that if you toggle these up and down, it will increase or decrease the quantity, which will affect the price, which will affect the total price. So once you have your cart kind of like set up how you want it, you would be able to go ahead and check out, which then communicates with Stripe. So this is the Stripe integration here, where it sends the order over, and then you're able to essentially create a payment. I'm just going to use the dummy card that they provide for testing payments. And this is not set up with like real payments yet. This is all just like using the the testing payment stuff that they got. So it's kind of like going through the flow without actually having to pay for stuff. So it'll process. On success, it'll come back to my application and it'll hit like a success screen. Yep, payment successful. And then if we were to go into the order history, we would now see that there is indeed like a fulfilled order, $15. You could click the receipt if you want to see the receipt. This is all Stripe generated. So if you wanted to get like a detailed view of, what you just bought. So you bought like 2 Azir skins or Galactic Azir skins, 1 Human Rise skin, and then 1 Elderwood Azir skin. And I also have been working on refund logic as well. So as you can see here, there's like this is like your order history. They can be in, a status of refunded or in this case fulfilled since we just purchased this. And if you wanted to refund this, you could just click this button here. It'll give you a little warning message saying like, hey, are you sure you want to refund this? It'll give you the order total and it will tell you that this is like a permanent action. Check your receipt to make sure this is the right order that you want to refund. And then yeah, if you think everything looks good, you can just go ahead and proceed. And yeah, so it'll initiate the refund. It'll tell you to check the receipt down here for more details. It'll update it in real time to refund it. And if we were to now check the receipt again, it would now be like a refund receipt that Stripe is also generating for us. So yeah, this took about like I want to say like 3 days of pretty much just like pretty hyper focus. It's not too bad because Stripe is definitely very, very helpful because obviously I would not want to be programming all of the external payment stuff. And it's pretty simple to get set up with, I would say, if you kind of have a decent amount of experience of communicating with like these software as service kind of platforms. But yeah, so I think the next thing I'm going to try to work on now, I think I'm going to stop here for payment related stuff because I don't want to get too far in the weeds on like implementing a bunch of logic for this page when I don't even have a game, if that makes sense, in place to where these products could potentially change in the future. So I think I got it at a good spot to where it's like, all right, we got the fundamentals in place, and then we can tweak the business logic later. Like as a game comes out, like maybe it's a first-person shooter, and instead of these being, character skins, they're going to be gun skins or something like that. And then later I could eventually toy around with playing with like subscription models or, pay to even play the game. Like if it's like a one-time purchase to play and get access to this website kind of thing. But for now, I'm just going to keep this application like free to use with the idea of there being like an in-game store where you could purchase stuff. Now, another thing I need to work on also is like the idea of actually associating the product to the user. So while yes, I did just perform a payment, Like there still needs to be some logic in place of like actually associating this to the user. So for example, like this would no longer show up on this screen here if I purchased this, if it was like a one-time purchase, or it would show up with like a purchased like banner or something that says you already purchased this. And that would be the case for if there are any things in this application that are like single time purchases versus maybe some things you could purchase multiple times over and over again and associate it to your account. So I'm still kind of trying to think through that as well. But I think that's pretty much it for payment. And I think the next thing I'm going to work on is probably the actual like game logic. And once again, I always showcase this at the end, but like I got like a little nice little kind of like the beginning workings of a first person shooter. You can check like the earlier devlogs to kind of see more details on this. But the goal is to get this working with like multiplayer, if that makes sense. Because right now this is only running on the client; it's not talking to a server. So I would love to be able to get this working where I could like spawn or get it, talking to a server in real time, and then you could have like your friends spawn in, and you could maybe like shoot each other and throw grenades at each other and stuff like that. So that's gonna be like the next thing I think I work on. But overall, that's it. Yeah, long time no see. It's been a while, but I've been kind of busy at like my job, and just kind of unmotivated to work on this because I've been playing League of Legends a bunch. But anyways, until next time.